Christopher. We are illustrating an old kid's book, or at least starting to do illustrations for an old kid's book that my wife and I made. And we never, I did illustrations for it before we moved and all the stuff. And when eventually I got back to doing them, I was a better illustrator and I felt like they were really bad. I was really embarrassed. So we're going to try them again. Okay. All right. I have my chat up, so I should be able to see anybody. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and try to get just the desk. Okay, and hopefully whatever I draw, I'll be able to make it fit here. Okay, I got my pencil. So yeah, this was I had been looking for it because I always thought I would redraw the illustrations in this. This is just the bare minimum sketches, but this is, I don't think it's all in order, but the first 5 or 6 pages are in order. 9 pages are in order. And so let's do the first page. We'll actually just do, the main character is Blub Blub. And it starts off, there was once an octopus from the dark green sea, or the dark green sparkling sea. And he had 8 arms, and his name was Blub Blub. And so this is Blub Blub. He's going to say, "Hi, I'm Blub Blub." And I've been promising to do an At the Desk live stream, so here we are. All right, let's do a little bit of, I'm going to move this down a little so I can see. Hopefully everyone else can see. Okay. So let's do, I'm just going to check. Okay, that's one edge. And that's the other edge. All right, there's plenty of room. So yeah, let's do Blub Blub. So I originally had a very round little octopus, and I think I'll probably keep that, but I have much more experience doing cartoons and stuff now. So I think, you know, I used to like Lego a lot. Cube Master. Back when I was very young, I had a big bunch of Lego. And I really like the aesthetics of Lego. And I love like their new business direction, their CEO. It seems like they really like got back on track. But I'm not trying to build anything lately. If I'm going to build something nowadays, it's probably going to be with code. So yeah, this is going to be the head, something like this. And I'm just kind of like throwing down some arms, some interesting shapes. I'll like darken them up a little bit. This will be, we can always still change them later, but something like that. And then this one will be something like that. We have probably one here that I didn't decide on, and then one, this will be from the back, probably. Hey, Foxy Edits. Oh, 100. How else, like, you know how like birds eat rocks in order to help digest their food and their gizzard? I have a gizzard and it's filled with Lego. That's the only way I'm able to break down hard seeds and stuff. All right, so this is going to be the basic. Let's get a little face on there. I think Blub Blub is shy, so let's have him put one of his tentacles. He already has this one sort of in front of his face. Let's have him put this one in front of his face too, and we'll kind of have him peeking out. Yeah, so I'm drawing a little, I said elephant. I'm drawing an octopus. This is an octopus named Blub Blub. My wife and I had done a kid's book years ago. And I had illustrated it, but I was really embarrassed. I didn't like them. And eventually we lost the kids' book and we lost the illustrations. And we're moving, and I found the kids' book again. And so I decided to try again with the illustration. And this is day one, first draft of new illustrations for Blub Blub. This is the first character. And he lives with a family of octopuses, and he is having trouble camouflaging himself. That is the beginning of Blub Blub, is he is trying to learn to camouflage, and he cannot do it. I think it's photo, I don't remember, but his pigmentation cells are just not kicking in the way. He can't control it the way the other octopi can. Sure. I lost where this arm comes from. We'll just do something like that. I don't want it to be just from right here, so. Oh, yeah, a Lego brick off to the side. Here's a good luck Lego brick for me and for you. We'll do 2x1. I think that's the classic Lego brick. I wouldn't, I mean, you know, I don't have to tell you. Yeah. Oh, thanks so much, Foxy Edits. All right. No, that's what they want you to believe. I almost said 2x2, and then I remembered I'm my own man. I think for myself. The real question is what color is it? I mean, I'm not coloring it, but you know, if I were.
What about just the one?
Don't, that's madness. They have that candy Lego brick. We used to buy that a lot. It does not stick together. I think the candy sugar it's made of has no flex. So. Oh, not right now. Right now we're going to do Blub Blub a little bit more. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is obviously somebody's eating this Lego. Oh, I keep hitting my head on the camera. Oh. All right. Yeah, so I think Blub Blub here looks pretty shy. I'm pretty happy with what we got looking here. I don't know. I drew a line here to try to make it clearer what I wanted from that, and I think it made it more confusing. Or if that's where that is supposed to come from, let's make it that's where that's supposed to come from. Okay. I'm gonna get a darker pencil and kind of nail some stuff down. This is only the first draft, so it can always change. But you got to move forward. Otherwise, you'll stay at the first draft stage forever. Or I will. Maybe you'll just magically know what's right. I'm not sure if I want to do this big long one. I'm going to do the big long one. Oh, I misaligned. Okay. Yeah. Kim Jong. I don't I don't think his likeness is possible to capture on the page. That's what I've read. I'm granted it was a very democratic of North Korea, what's it called? Propaganda piece. So maybe it was a little bit biased. Okay. So I'll have to. I did a squid recently, and I felt like I had a similar problem. This will eventually, if I decide to use this one, we'll scan it in and we'll clean it up and we'll do some either digital watercolors or maybe I'll print it out and paint it, or I'll ink it and paint it. So this is very much a draft. This is far, far away from the finished product. Oh, thank you so much, Foxy Edits. No, Lego Master, I'm not going to draw people right now besides this people, blub blub. I'm going to get his face down at the very least today. This is going to be his introduction, that first page I read. I can read that again, actually, because I think there's more people here now. But yeah, this is a kid's book. For people who knew that I had written with my wife, and then we lost it. I had done the illustrations for it, and then I thought they were terrible. I was embarrassed. If I find those illustrations, I will show them. I am very embarrassed. This is something like 5 or 6 years ago, and I spent that 5 or 6 years just illustrating, like, constantly. So I'm much better now than I was before. But I lost the kids' book. I could not find the original writings. We had not typed it up or anything. And so I wasn't able to re-illustrate it. And we're moving. And in the midst of all this, like, we're moving with a bunch of drama. I'm going to do a long video about the drama. But we're moving. And in the packing, I found the original writings, the original Blub Blub story. And I was super excited because that meant I got to have another shot and re-illustrate something, kind of prove to myself that I could do it now. And also, you know, I don't even know what your avatar is.
Nancy Austin, the last person who tried to capture the likeness of the great Karen.
Yeah, yeah. See, Yancey knows. Yancey knows what's going on. It's an impossible feat. They have I don't even know. They have to get teams of no, they have to use magic in order to get his portraits on the money. I really like. I do not remember what Yancey's, not Yancey, you're Yancey, what Blub Blub's. I had a character that I used to draw all the time named Yancey, and I got a little confused. I used to draw them at the same time when I was originally illustrating Blub Blub. Okay, so there will be more like octopus arms in the back. Actually, yeah, let's just do. Oh, thank you so much, Anna. I hope it's Jimena, right? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Feel free to correct me. I would appreciate it. But don't feel obligated either. Hey, I'm wondering, this arm's like not long enough. I think it's coming out at a weird angle. So I'm just gonna, like I said before, this is the first draft of many. So don't worry about, I'm not gonna worry about it getting messy. I just want to get a real good feeling. Yeah, drawing is so much fun. It took me a while to like really enjoy drawing for drawing's sake. I always sort of like, I felt like I wasn't good at it, or I felt like all sorts of things. I had like complicated feelings about drawing. But I just like drawing. It doesn't, there's nothing more to, like, it doesn't have to be more complicated than that. All right. Here, we'll go over one arm and under the other. He's all tied up in knots. Over that one, under this one. I have it doing an S, which this one is also doing. So maybe we'll do like a, yeah, let's come in and do like a curly Q. That looks better. And that way it'll be a little bit something. What is that? Oh yeah. I love video games. I love drawing. A great job, I think, would be to do the art, especially for like an indie video game or even just the concept art. I am a coder in my free time, which I don't have very much of right now. But when I do, I've been working on a video game with a buddy of mine. I don't know if we'll ever get very far on it, but it's really fun to do, even if we don't. The just the process. Antennas. I do draw cartoons that from my memory, so maybe not what you're asking for. On live streams, other live streams on where I draw on the computer, and I draw cartoons from memory, and they're bad, but it's fun. And sometimes I then draw them again after I look at a picture of them. Okay. I don't know if this is 8 arms. I guess we should count them. I don't even know. We're taught as kids that octopus have 8 arms, and I don't know if that's actually true. You know how like sometimes, like I was told squid have 10 arms, but they don't. They have 8 arms and 2 tentacles, and like, or something like that, or 8 tentacles and 2 arms. It's like very strange, the things that are true and not true. The things you get taught because it's simpler in school, or the things that I was taught because it was simpler in school. Just trying to like even out the arms here. I'll probably come in and we'll add some, what are the, oh, well, enjoy your class. Okay, so we have these 4 arms up front, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5. Okay, so it's not too crazy to think there's 3 arms behind that we don't really see. 1, 2, 3. No, but I did think of it. I didn't do much yesterday or today. Today I had some errands to run with my mother-in-law. But I did think of it. Yeah, I actually genuinely have not been on the computer at all, except to watch YouTube while I ate dinner today, since I was streaming. Gosh, I didn't even realize that. I need to relax more. Okay, we'll get some eyes. We want him to look friendly, but also a little scared, a little nervous to meet you, like a little shy. Adfad's always saying I work too hard. Hi, Buturaku, I think. We'll give him some little spots. He doesn't have to be even, I believe he's pink in the story, but he doesn't have to be fully pink. And maybe we'll make him purple. I don't know, Jimena. I think you're mistyping. Avocado. How long cooked chicken? All right. So if we do the suckers, sometimes I do draw cats. Let's see. Let's do the background tentacles. We're not going to see most of them. And when we actually do the drawing, they will be less detailed. They'll just sort of, we'll never fully render them. Oh, bugs. Because like the draw distances, you know. Okay. This is one that's in the front that I missed. Oh no, this is another back one. I don't think we counted this one. So that'll come up and we'll lose track of it in there. This one will probably render a little bit better than the back one. And then we'll have another one just sort of like in here. And that'll be the 8. I'm not that great at humans. I'm not terrible, but I could use a lot more practice. I do stylistic humans, and then that's not too bad if I do like cartoon or stylistic type. No, hey Nanochi. Oh, he's saying hi to Kumina. Oh yeah, Schroeder's cat. Either it's cute or it's terrifying. My eye's itchy. I'm like rubbing my eye, which you should never do. All right. I'm liking this. I think we're doing pretty good. I'm just going to get some hard outlines on some of these things. You know what I need? A little piece of scrap so I don't rub my hand all over the drawing. That'll keep it from smudging too much. There we go. The amount of times I do a drawing and then like everything is just a smudged mess, and I have to go in with the eraser and like just do so much work to clean it up, is a lot of times. So this one I did sort of thicker at the end, and I'm going to put like the suckers in, and I like it a lot. So I might make some of the other ones thicker at the ends. All right. Yeah, I draw humans poorly. Well, I draw them stylistically. Yeah, I didn't really decide where this goes. So we'll just kind of, there, run it up there, and then it disappears. And then this one we'll have run down here, and then that disappears. Okay, and then this one, same thing. We'll have it just kind of come here, come this way, come down, and then we'll have it do a turn up and disappear. Okay. And then these will be like, you know, sort of see-through, blurry background guys. No, I've not played Pop Demon Hunters. I've not played... I know I'm playing a video game now. Oh, I was playing Pac-Man. So that's not new. I've been playing Pac-Man. Well, bye. Nice to stop by. Nice to stop by. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so we're drawing, for people who just showed up, we're drawing in Blub Blub. I wrote a kid's book with my wife years and years ago, and we illustrated it, and it was I was too embarrassed to do anything to show it to anybody. And so now we had lost the book, and we just found it because we're moving, and now I'm illustrating it again. This is the main character, and this is day one, page one. Hello, I'm Blub Blub. This is Blub Blub. I'm Christopher. Do I have a good memory? I don't think so. I think I used to have a very good memory. I know a lot of trivia, so sometimes people think that's really good memory. And then I guess in a way it is, but no, my memory is medium. So I used to, when I did the circles, the puck suckers, what are they called? Suction cups, maybe? Before I had like very particular rules about them. And I think they just didn't really look organic, even though like I was trying to do that. That's like why I had so many rules. I don't think they looked bad, but I think they look much better now. I do not know enough, it looks like Portuguese, in order to even know what you're saying there. I am so sorry, Ingrid. Something about a very good television show. I'm not sure. Ah, yeah. So I wish I could show you. I don't have them here, but I wish I could show you some of the earliest versions of Stella and Steffi, the elephants I drew yesterday. I don't know if you were still there, but I have two OCs, Stella and Steffi, and I draw them every day. And in the move, the same that uncovered this book, I found some very old drawings of them, some of my very first drawings of them. And like, oh my gosh, they look so different, like so different. And I knew that drawing them every day had like made it so I really honed down their features and like figured out exactly how they look and stuff. But I didn't know it was so extreme. Like looking at them then and looking at them now, like they're so different. But that's something like their ears, I had a lot of trouble getting right. Their trunks, I still feel like I often struggle with, even though I draw them all the time. Those are the big ones. But sometimes, like, I do their body heights all over the place. All right, so I think let's do a little bit. So, also something I did in the old attempt was I had drawn him directly in with the backgrounds. I had done the pages all together. And I think I'm going to try, at least to start, I'm going to draw some watercolor backgrounds separate and see how that method goes. Yeah, I can do some. We can go. I can try. I don't know if you'll like what I can tell you, but we can try. So one thing I do with hair, let's take a break from Blub Blub, and we'll come back and I'll decide maybe where the suckers are gonna go and that. But yeah, let's take a break from Blub Blub and do some hair. This guy. I do not do Roblox. But thank you. All right. Stand aside, Blub Blub. So we'll do a little hair. So there's a couple different hairstyles that are very easy. You would want to do like probably a widow's peak, and then you bring it back. And then if you do hair, like, you don't want to draw individual strands of hair. You want to draw large hair shapes. So like Johnny Bravo, this is his hair. It's one large hair shape, and then you can put the head inside of that. I mean, someone could who can draw Johnny Bravo. But that's the idea. Like, if you want to do, for most, oh man, I had a bug in my, I don't know where that came from. So like some stuff you want to hint that it's not all one shape, like bangs, for example. You have bangs, fringe, I forget what people call it. You would come in and you kind of add this little detail, right? Like spaces and stuff. And then in your brain that that's not all one shape, but of course it still is. And that'll make it much easier to draw. And it looks better. It's not just that it's easier to draw, it's also what looks correct. You can have like, space buns, is that what this is called? And then like, that's enough, right? You don't need to go in and do any kind of detailing to these buns. But if you want to do a little bit, you can have just like a couple different directions of hair. And then like, this is not really realistic. I don't think hair would stay up like this, but it doesn't really matter. I do not have TikTok. I need to get TikTok. I was just thinking that. I make a lot of short videos, and I thought I should probably just put them on TikTok too, right? No reason not to. And then you can add like a hair shine, which is just like a lighter color, like at the like where the light would reflect off of it. No, not too much Spanish or Hora Española. No, I'm in America. But isn't I mean, I don't know. Those are my best guesses at what you're asking. If it's something else. Or yeah. Yeah. Bros English. Wait, American. Yeah, so those are my best tips for hair. Yeah. I try to draw like Lego hair and then make it better. Okay, I'll draw your avatar. Okay, I see it. And do the back of the hair. We'll be real quick, and then I'll go back to Blub Blub just for some finishing touches. Okay, so I'm a little blind, and it's a little small. Please, if you're here, please like the video. That'll help me out. I really appreciate it. I never remember to say that, but I thought while I was drawing an avatar, that would be a good time. I really thought for a second you wanted me to draw like Avatar, because I did that the other day. The Avatar. So I see he's like not quite, he's like being very coy. He's not quite straight on. So we'll do that. It's the top of the Lego body. Legos, like Lego men, I'm okay with because they have very strict rules and I know them very well. Like a Lego guy's not going to surprise you. Well, at least I don't think so. Probably like candy buttons down the front. That's my guess. I know there's something there, I just can't see the detail. The other arm. We'll have this one be this way. Okay, and then I love the legs. They're just like really, really straight. Barely just enough room so that they can like move past each other. No, the holes are in the front and back, not on the sides. And maybe even only on the back. Oh well. Ta-da! All right, back to Blubby Blub Blub. I don't think I'll be able to give you good tips, Nanochi, because it's just too small for me to see the character. I do, if you're subscribed, that'd be awesome. And I'm sure you are actually. I think there's a Discord. So you could always drop there's a place to share art in the Discord. It's going to be CMonsterYK. It should be public and you should be able to search it. If not, I will put it in the bio in the YouTube, my YouTube bio. I don't know what that's called. I don't know if it's officially a bio or not. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The link, and then yeah, I don't know when I'll be able to get onto the Discord, but or if I'll be able to give you any useful pointers, but I'd certainly give it a try. I love seeing people's art. That's really great. Yeah, everybody who wants to share their art, please search up CMonsterYK Discord. I love a good community to share art. You'll be among the first people to be on the Discord at all. I think it's me and I was gonna say my little brother, but actually I don't think he joined. But my wife is on there. Okay. I think this is pretty good. I like that the suckers are not too, they're not really prominent. I like that they're not like I said before, I didn't make up any like big rules about them and like choose to yeah, take your time, Nanochi. I feel like in my first illustration, I don't remember, but I felt like there was like a lot that distracted from like the feeling of the character. I don't even know if I was thinking about the feeling of the character back then. I think I was just trying to like draw like a cute octopus that looked okay. But I really do think this has some real character. I know, but that's what I'm saying. I'm throwing in some seaweed that he's kind of hiding in. I think that'll look good. I think that also sells the point that he's embarrassed, he's a little scared. And then if we're thinking about it as like a book page, we probably want a little bit of stuff on the sides here. But yeah, something like this, some bubbles. Why not? So you know it's water. Even though I don't think there's barely ever any bubbles, like deep underwater. I know like there's a shrimp and it has like an arm, I think, a little arm, and it ratchets it back. It might be its tail, right? But it ratchets it back so tightly, and then when it shoots it forward, it creates a little vacuum in space, in the water. And that vacuum, it happens so fast, the little vacuum, that there's no water there. And then the water rushes in at like tremendous speed and pressure because it's deep underwater. And it actually creates a little explosion. And then that explosion like creates like a shock wave, and it can knock things out with this dang I don't think shrimp have antenna with its dang fist. It's called, I think it's called the bullet shrimp. I don't think it looks like this, but he's the bullet shrimp. He's metal. All right, so we can look at the second page. I think it might just be blub blub again. What time is it? 10. I could do a little bit longer. All right, that was the first page. Oh, sorry. All right, he's blub blub. We'll read again. There was once a little octopus from the deep green sparkling sea. He had 8 arms, and his name was Blub Blub. That's him. 8 arms. You better be able to count them because I do mention 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, perfect. So the next page of this old book that I always wanted to re-illustrate but never got around to it. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry again. I hope nobody's motion sickness. Like most octopus families, Blub Blub's family was really good at hiding. So this is going to be the second page, right? It might even be a 2-page spread. Something like a 2-page spread. I guess, hang on, there's this page and there. Okay. So it might even be a 2-page spread, right? And you'll have, like most octopus families, Blub Blub's family was really good at hiding. And then all throughout this like seascape will be little octopuses like in camouflage and like hidden in the rocks and stuff. And it'll say something like, and then it might even say like his dad, his mom, his brother, his sister. So yeah, I think this is a bigger one. I think I won't do this today. I think it'll be a lot of like I'll have to really think about some sort of seascape. Maybe I'll look at like some coral reef pictures and figure out what I like, what I want to copy. I don't know what coral reef looks like. But I don't want to do something that's like too unrealistic. Do those like flowers that come out. I think things like this, the backgrounds and stuff, if I want to make it a very good illustrated book, I'll probably have to, not probably, I will want to make the backgrounds like really pretty and really, not necessarily detailed, but I want them to stand out. I want them to be their own thing. And especially in a page like this, where you're going to be having a family of octopus hiding in the background is the star. You know, like hidden octopus, that's great. But you really want a beautiful background to have them hide in to really sell the illusion and sell that they, I don't know how to explain it. Just sell the page, the whole idea that they're camouflaged and that the sea is great and that kind of thing. This is a camouflaged octopus, if you couldn't tell, but I don't know like what it would be doing. Oh, welcome back, Nanochi. Yeah, so if you've never seen videos of octopus camouflaging, you should look it up. They are so cool at it. It is nuts. You look it up later. Don't leave. You can leave. It's okay. It's worth it. It's worth leaving. This is probably not good for whatever I'm supposed to care about. Yeah, so I'm just kind of sketching some ideas for this. I don't know what I'm going to look up some references I'll do this on another stream. Maybe we'll do the same stream tomorrow, but page 2 or page 3 of the book, and I'll have some reference photos and stuff I can look up. But yeah, I think this page is going to be a big like pass or fail, a big test to see how good I will be, or if I'm capable of illustrating this book. Yeah, so this is the second page, and it says something like all octopus families, Blubblub's family was really good at camouflage or hiding in the sea. And that's true. Octopus are very good at hiding in the sea. And so I wanted to draw like his dad, his mom over here hiding in the sea, like hidden away in the sea, peeking their heads out over here, his sister. And so I'm just sketching some ideas for that. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, this was late. I usually want to start like 7, 6, like I have been. So I'll probably aim for that tomorrow also. I know I have a lunch appointment, but I haven't heard back, so maybe not. But yeah, in the evening for me. So it is now for me 10 p.m. So probably 4 hours before whatever time it is right now for you. I am in New York, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, like, I think this looks really good. Okay, yeah, same New York. I'm on Long Island right now. I'm moving soon, but right now I'm on Long Island. If you say Long Island, then everyone knows that you're really there. You're like, I'm on Long Island with my dog and I'm going to get coffee. Yeah, 6 or 7. Yeah, so I definitely like seagrass. I think probably because of like The Little Mermaid, the original animated one. I think the seagrass looked really good in that for some reason. So I'll probably do something like that. I think it looks so natural, and then you do one side one color and the other side the other, and it switches back and forth. And I like how like that really makes it look alive, and you can have it like you can do different kinds, like the thicker kind. And so I'll probably mess around with a lot of seagrass, and then I want to do stones. I used to do stones. I talk just like I'm talking now. Yeah, this is how I speak regularly. My I've moved away a lot. I've been back the last 3 or 4 years on Long Island, and my accent has gotten worse now than, oh, how do I talk in front of people without getting nervous? I don't know. I definitely used to get a little nervous. Because so I played guitar, and I would play guitar in front of people, and I didn't really have a problem with that. But there's something about having a guitar and being on stage that like is different than talking in front of people or talking to like large groups of people. I was always good at talking to like a group of people at a party or something, but the first time I did videos or the first time I streamed, I was like really nervous. I don't know. I just kept doing it and telling myself it didn't matter, people don't care. I was just telling my wife yesterday, I was like, man, I used to really think like people were going to care so much, and like people are going to say mean things about me, and like how I look. And it, not for any specific thing, just like it was a generalized fear that I had. which I don't know. It's not like, I have had some people say things like that, so it's not a completely unfounded fear, but it didn't bother me at all. I was like, oh, like, I don't know. I it just worked out that it doesn't matter to me once I actually started, and I really thought it would. Um, you know what? One trick is the second month I did any YouTube, I did a vlog every day. And so I recorded and uploaded a video every day. And that made it really hard to, I didn't really have time to stop and think and feel nervous. And just by the end of the month, I felt like really comfortable talking to the camera because that's what I had done for like between 10 and 15 minutes every day for a month. And then it wasn't, we did Vlogtober. And we did my favorite fruit, it took me a while to think of it, but my favorite fruit is definitely cherry. I like white cherry, but I like black cherry. I like when cherries are in season. I love cherries, man. Especially the first harvest from like Washington State, which supplies most of the world's cherries. Most of Japan gets its cherries from Washington State. Mount Rainier is a really good cherry brand. I guess it's a farm or a conglomerate. I don't think I know that one. I'll have to look it up. Mango is super good. Yeah, I used to really love an orange or an apple. I love the flavor of grapefruit, but it's a lot to eat, it's very acidic, and that makes it a little hard to deal with. It definitely takes it off my favorite fruit um, out of the running. Oh, right now I'm drawing some cherries. Aries. I was drawing just some generalized sea stuff. I'm working on a kid's book that I had abandoned years ago, and I found again, and I want to continue to work on. I'm a much better illustrator now than I was 6 years ago when I last did it. Sugar apples are good, like really good apples are really good. And then we just started talking about our favorite fruits. So now I'm drawing some fruit. What's your favorite fruit, Eris? Hey, King. I'll draw some fruit. Anyone else have some fruit that I might know that they want me to draw? Oh, green melon, like honeydew. I don't know if that's honeydew, but it's like, I don't know if I'm on camera, right? It's like, it has like the stripy white lines. Or actually it's stripy dark green lines and like light green stripes also. It's just a circle, but it is delicious. You can tell this one's green. Oh yeah, it has the where the stem came out. Yeah, this was the melon I liked when I was a kid. I didn't really like watermelon. I mean, I do now. I don't know why I didn't like watermelon as a kid. I think I had a lot of unripe watermelon, because good ripe watermelon, there's nothing like that. But this, I find this very, very good. It's like refreshing. Um, it's sweet in a different way. Yeah. I'm green. What time is it? I should probably head out for the night, but I'll be doing another desk drawing tomorrow. Yeah. At least watermelon continues to ripen on the, like if you just leave it on your table or whatever. And so that's really good. Somebody said, I think it was a watermelon farmer. They told me, I watched on YouTube. I don't think they told me specifically that if you wait until the light part of the watermelon where it was sitting on the ground. So like, like watermelon grows from the vine and it grows like this. And this flat part is going to be light because it doesn't get any sun. So it doesn't convert anything to green. And so that part might be anywhere on the watermelon. But if you look at that part, the flat part of the watermelon, it's white when it's unripe and it'll get to like a butter yellow. So like a very light yellow, but a nice butter yellow. And when it turns that butter yellow, then the watermelon's ripe. And ever since I learned that, I've been eating ripe watermelon. Watermelon's crazy. The vines are nutty too. Like, and are the leaves like, I think the leaves are like this. Like 3-pronged. Yeah, I've heard lots of other like ways to tell, but that's the only way that's worked for me. And yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I know a lot of weird stuff about watermelon. Watermelon it's when you transport watermelon, you're transporting more hydration than if you transport the same amount of weight in water, which doesn't feel right. But the thing is, watermelon has electrolytes and everything, so you actually get more hydrated from eating like, I don't know, a liter of watermelon than you do from drinking a liter of water. There's a theory, so it was first domesticated by the Egyptians, or at least somebody in the area. It might have been the Persians. We don't really know. But there's a theory, and then it became like, it went wild again. So they used to have watermelons that we know were better than the ones that they had in the area when we rediscovered them, which were like tiny and bitter. But the first time they were domesticated, we think they were domesticated as a way to transport water, or at least they were used that way. So you could carry watermelons through the desert, and instead of drinking, you eat the watermelon and you literally get more hydrated than you would if you drank water. And it stays clean, and water doesn't necessarily stay clean. In fact, it is clean. You can grow a watermelon on whatever water, river water, that would make you sick to drink. And then when you eat the watermelon, it's clean water. You don't have to worry. It's not going to make you sick. Guanabanas. I don't know. Guanabanas. I don't know what, or, yeah, guana. I don't know what that is. I've said it like 6 times, so I hope it's not something embarrassing. Yeah, I should do a short, basically just explaining what I just explained, but about watermelons. There was something else I wanted to do. Watermelon short. I could draw some watermelons. That's really fun. I don't remember, but I'm going to watch this video back and I'll be able to tell. All right, I actually do have to go because my phone is going to die. I didn't know I would be streaming for so long. But, oh, actually, it's okay. I can go a little bit longer. You're telling me all these fruits that I've never heard of. And I thought I had heard a lot of fruits. I know more fruits than the average person. I don't know if that's true. Maybe the average person knows 30,000 fruits, and then I know very, very little fruits compared. But I worked on a farm. You know what fruit I really want to try? Jackfruit. I don't know what it looks like. All right. thank you so much. Check me out tomorrow. Should be around 7, 8 o'clock, or before. I will try to schedule it really early. Yeah. So, okay. I'm going to talk about blueberries for 1 second and then I'm going to go. So I grew up next to a huge, like acres and acres of wild blueberries. And so regular blueberries, if this is like a person, right? Oh, wait, am I on camera? Okay. If this is a person, wild blueberries grow to like here, like a little bit above knee height. And they grow and they cover the whole forest floor. And then the berries themselves, and then farm blueberries, they grow like this. They grow way up high in like a big tall bush. Farm blueberries are also, this is actual size, right? A farm blueberry is something about this size. Wild blueberries, regular blueberries, are small. They're like that. Maybe you get them a little bit bigger and maybe you get them a little bit smaller. They're all ripe and they turn very blue. But something like that's probably the biggest you're going to get is that. If you got one of these, you'd think it was a monster. I'd say like somewhere around here is going to be the biggest. Somewhere around here is going to be the smallest. We ate these blueberries in pies and stuff and like raw, and they were pretty good. They had a little bit of sour skin. They had like a green taste, a little like fresh taste, actually, that kind of reminds me of honeydew. And they were like juicy and firm when they were ripe. I really liked them. Good texture. The farm fresh ones, I feel like are mush. Like it really gets me. Oh, thank you so much, Bella. I'm about to go tonight, but if you check me out tomorrow, I'm doing more streams and I have a lot of shorts and stuff. And I'm doing more of those every week. It's cliche, right? But it's tons and tons of practice. It doesn't have to be like really crazy practice. It could just be, I draw these two characters every single day and I draw them in like different situations. And this has helped me so much. And these characters are simple. I'm drawing one right now. I'm doing a little bit of a rush job, but this is one of the characters. This is Stella. And so even if I draw nothing else, I don't do any practice, I at least draw Stella doing something fun. And that has helped me so much, is just doing that. And it's funny, I didn't think, because like she's basically always doing the same stuff, you know, more or less. She's going on adventures and everything, but just the fact that I'm drawing her every day has changed like the way I think about lines and stuff like that. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, I really should go. Thank you everybody for coming. I'm doing another stream tomorrow where I draw more sea creatures. Where's the one I've been working on today? I'll show you before I go. Here, before we got all crazy, this is what I was working on. More like this tomorrow. We're doing a kid's book that I had forgotten about. And so we're going to try to make it good. Bye. Thank you.